Testing. 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 Hey, what's happening, my friend? Hey, so I just wanted to let everybody know that Camden and myself were having some technical difficulties with the streaming, but we were so excited for tonight's live stream that we didn't want to end it. So Camden's working on the back end to try to figure things out to be able to get him involved and things like that. But hey everybody, I'm just checking the chat when I look down this way. But I figured either way, it's we can have a pretty good relaxing time, if you want to call it, and we will be looking at some gray area parts of the internet footage. I'm not saying they're all real. I'm also not saying they're all fake. We'll be looking at it, and we will be we'll be debating it. So let me pull up. To be honest with you guys, I didn't have it planned initially in terms of the files organized. It was supposed to be from Camden's end, but because of the technical difficulties, either way, we will do that. So let's see. Oh, thank you, Koyos. I appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm just going to wait for some more people to get into the stream before we really get going with the footage. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull up the footage and we'll go one by one. For those that are members on the Patreon, you may have already seen some of the footage in the Telegram group chat. I shared it earlier today. Thank you so much, guys, for the support. I really do appreciate it. So let me start with. Let me see. Actually, no, wait. I think I have the folder here. Perfect. I called it. Oh, yeah. Here's actually, while we're at it, guys, since we're hanging out, let's take a look at some secret space program mothership images, too, which is pretty cool. But this is, I call it footage X, just because the footage is that crazy in some of these. But, yeah, so let's take a look at this right here, since we'll get going. And by the way, guys, I'm going to be reading all of your comments. I don't know if I'll be able to read all of them out loud, but definitely going to be reading them, because the whole point of tonight's live stream is to be able to have a debate, to be able to look at the footage. I will keep playing a certain piece of footage over and over for you guys to watch it over and over and get a perspective or an opinion on it, and then let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you guys so much for the support. Really, I appreciate it so much, and thank you for understanding about the technical difficulties. But anyways, let's I guess we can just start. Hey Luciano, what's going on? So this right here, copyrighted or something like, or they're trademarked or something like that by a particular gentleman, and I don't mean to make it seem like I'm plagiarizing or anything like this, but I mean, hey, if it's on the internet, I'm more concerned about getting the truth out, or at least trying to find the truth within working with you guys, than worrying about lawsuits. So these are, by the way, images allegedly taken from. I'm trying to find the source of this exact website to see if there's a video of these, because clearly they look like clickable buttons. This looks like a screenshot from a website, but these are the alleged. When I say motherships, I don't mean the motherships that, are seen flying at high altitudes above Earth and things like that. I'm talking about the real big motherships. The ones that are allegedly very close to the sun. The ones that, if you guys claimed, allegedly these craft don't like to get too close to any planet's orbit, just because it's a bit of allegedly it's a pain in the ass to try and get it going in terms of controlling it with regards to its correspondence to the magnetic fields of a certain planet. So they try to stay as far away as possible from certain orbits, if you will. But anyways, let's see right here. John Leonard Walson. John asks, where do you get your information from? Well, John, all honestly all over the place at this point, to be truthful with you. Because we've built a community, there's actually a lot of people that send me stuff on a daily basis, whether it's email, Patreon messages, Twitter, you name it, and I'm super grateful, and that helps me make a lot of connections. I also have basically a small team of guys that do a phenomenal job researching. But before all that, I honestly would spend hours and hours reading mainstream media websites, the gray area of the internet articles, and independent websites, because I believe in getting a full grasp of everything, right? So and understanding the mainstream media as well too. Now you see this picture at the bottom right here, guys. I don't, truthfully, I don't know what this is. Let me see here. I am going to try to add Camden in, because he is a vital part of the show. Actually, hold on a sec. Kyle Manford says Alex Jones was right about hospitals harvesting babies' organs. Well, look, I got to be careful, because it's YouTube saying that and things like that, and also Twitch, I think, as well. I think we're streaming on Twitch right now, but you'll see, you'll see, Chad, if you're part of our Patreon, you're going to see tomorrow's members episode have some deep connections with that, particularly with Child Protective Services, CPS. But anyways, I have to be careful. I have to be very, very careful about what I say with regards to that stuff on here, which is basically what the Patreon is for. Let's see, Chad says, I found you on OBDM. Thank you so much, Chad. I appreciate that so much, my friend. Let's see here. SCP-4357, thank you so much. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to try to, very quickly, I'm going to, at least, of the craft. Apparently, this part of it right here where I'm moving my mouse is the weapons system, allegedly. I know, Daniel said I should get on Rovkin. I know, you're right. I should get on that. Mr. Fatface says, I found your channel after hearing you on Higher Side Chats. What are your thoughts on the end result of the vax and depopulation? Well, Mr. Fatface, if you'd like, you can shoot me an email at genzpodcast@gmail.com. And I say that because when I do YouTube live streams and things like that publicly, I have to be very careful that I don't get removed. My perspective and opinion is all on Patreon, but I'm not trying to be a salesman here. I would encourage you to check out the Patreon, but if you want my honest opinion, shoot me an email, genzpodcast@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to answer you as soon as I can. Beezy said their comment got deleted. Beezy, unfortunately, I'll tell you right now, neither me or Camden are censoring the comments whatsoever, so we don't believe in that whatsoever. Super Artist says, looks like a submarine, like a million guys have talked about. Well, exactly, right? We haven't even gone to the good stuff yet. Let's see here. Here's another image. This seems to be a little more blurry, obviously, right? But yeah, it looks like a firefly. Absolutely. So anyways, what I wanted to bring up before we take a look at the footage, was, because I think it's a very important point to make here, is that, see this article right here, for example? This is the ZambianObserver.com. You're not going to find this type of stuff in any mainstream media websites respective to, Europe or the West or anything like that. But see, weird but true. Boys shed skin every month like a reptile. Now, why am I bringing this up before we delve into some of the dark web footage of aliens and things like that? I'm bringing this up, guys, because there is a very strong proposal put out there that, very similar to how Boyd Bushman showed some pictures of aliens that were very friendly with him in that deathbed video he made, the former Lockheed Martin engineer, and then he passed away. The video went viral, and then shortly after, those same looking aliens in the here, the proposals that have been made, not by me, but by many other people regarding these type of conditions are different. What do I mean by that? Well, if you have, for example, in Latin America or in, unfortunately, third world countries where, the United States, Israel, the UK, Australia tend to do most of their hybrid experimentation, or at least when they want to test out in the open how these beings or hybrids or clones can actually behave, they generally test them out in third world countries, because again, even if it gets picked up by a news outlet, there's many ways, unfortunately, for the mainstream media within the West to debunk it. So the thing here about this particular reptile, or I mean, truthfully, looks like a human reptile, if you will, is that think about that toy example I just gave about putting things in front of people's faces to ridicule them and discredit them, except in a medical sense. Now, I'm not trying to imply anything with COVID, nothing at all. I want to make that clear for the sake of the stream. I don't want it to get shut down. However, it has been proposed that there are sort of, I guess you could say, I don't want to use the word viruses, but certain forms of, what's the word? They would disseminate and they would push out very rare medical anomalies in a handful of people all around the world, and they would do this, they would look for people with very rare blood types or something like this, very similar to the golden blood, so that they can say that if a hybrid were to ever escape a lab or something of the sort, they could then say, well, we by the way, this is a very rare medical side effect, it's happened many times before, don't worry about it, right? So you see what I mean there. Now let us, man, I'm trying to just give me 1 second, guys. Right before we jump into the footage, I'm just gonna, what's the word? I'm just gonna give Camden a quick call or text. Let me see here. Just gonna give him a quick call, guys, and then we'll start looking at this footage. We'll be here for a bit because there's quite a bit to analyze it with some of this footage. So, hey, brother, is there I'm trying to figure out a way to get you on here. I don't think you heard me before, but unfortunately, I don't know if my laptop's powerful enough to do the Zoom call and OBS. I'm going to try it right now, but sure. I don't mean to exclude you or anything. If you could toy with it and then right. Could it be that random firewall that messes with your thing every so often? Okay. If we have to, if we have to, just let me know. I don't mind. All right. Okay, anyways. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me pull up the stream again, just so I can read everybody's comments. With the long distance call, yeah. Let me see. Mr. Fatface asks, do I have a Bitcoin address for tips or donations? Mr. Fatface, I really appreciate it. The PayPal is in the description of all of our video descriptions, but mainly I would encourage the Patreon, and the reason for that is because I don't like accepting money unless I can provide something in return. So, I mean, if there's any contribution you'd like to make, which would be truly appreciated, $4, $8, or $12 a month, and you get tons of content in return, extra stuff anyways too, right? So anyways, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for the support. Holy cow, this is incredible. Well, anyways, let's, you know what? Let's start with, let's start with this one. Let's go in order. Let's go in order, I guess. Why not? Screw it. For the record, guys, there's not going to be much sound, if any, in these videos. It's purely just visuals. But again, this is what you get when stuff leaks from alleged military bases and things like that, right? So, PHL, do I teach people how to navigate the gray area of the net on Patreon? Not on Patreon, but it's a... I have to be careful with the YouTube stream, my friend, unfortunately, but no, I do not. Anyways, let's see. Okay. Mr. Fatface, just so you know, by the way, I just read quickly, you said you're not a big Patreon fan. For the record, I agree with you. However, we do our members episodes and everything, we share it using Dropbox links, so nothing is censored. So that's our sort of loophole for now. Anyways, guys, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this footage right here. So I'm just gonna keep it playing, by the way. I'm gonna let it play. You guys let me know what you think, and then I'm gonna read the comments as it's playing. Hey, genius, what's going on? Anyways, so hold on. This here is not a mummy. No, you'll see. Just to give you guys some context, the person that found this alien, it was about 4 feet tall. That's the measuring tape right there. Found it, I believe, dead or dying, in a dying state. He has it wrapped in tinfoil. He's about to unwrap it. Here we go. But this isn't even the best footage, by the way, guys. For the record, the footage on the left is the original. The footage on the right is enhanced. Someone was gracious enough to enhance it. Jeffrey says there's a whole story to this footage. It's from Washington State. Yes, I believe it was Dr. Jonathan. I think his last name. It was a doctor, literally, that found this body. No word of a lie. But and he did some interviews about it too. So we'll just bring it back again. It seems like it's blinking. You see right there at this point? Yes, exactly, Jeffrey, exactly. That's what I'm seeing too. How old is this footage? Jeffrey may be able to answer that for you, Flavor Ice. I don't know off the top of my head, to be truthful with you. So you guys tell me... Yeah, you see the eye right there? Is the face blurred? The footage is somewhat old. Is the face... Yeah, it's about 7-8 years old. But you see that right there? See him blinking right there? That's what it looks like to me, at least. Hold on, I'm going to back that up again. Jay asks, who would win in a 1v1, human or reptilian? It depends in what sense. Manipulation, physical fight. It depends what you mean by that, Jay. But interesting question, yes. Oh, sweet, you fixed the stream? Okay, guys, 1 second. I'm just going to give Camden a call. I'm going to let this play over and over, because we're really going to want Camden in here, and we're really... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Do we have to start a separate stream? No problem. Could you use that thumbnail I wanted to use? Okay, let me know. I'm gonna tell everybody right now that we just have to start the stream fresh again, and that's it. Sounds good. Okay. All right. See ya. Guys, I'm very sorry. Gonna have to start the stream fresh. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really think that someone is messing with Camden's computers and his server and stuff. But it's interesting. He never had this issue until we started. I don't know. Yeah. Drew Phillip, new show on NBC, La Brea, straight up inner earth drop feeding. Antonio says, hey, what's going on, Antonio? The alien was still alive and it jumped out of the freezer. The doctor put it in and ran off.